Here with reaction with more, Chairman of Project 21, Horace Cooper, Florida Congressman Michael Waltz. Congressman, let me start with you. So our military under Biden has gone woke. Recruitment is way, way down. Militarily, there's a lot of saber rattling going on by China and Russia and Iran. We've got a little minor Cuban Missile Crisis going on off the coast of our state of Florida, where apparently the Russians have a sub with nuclear and hypersonic missiles on it. My last understanding is the United States does not have hypersonic technology like China and Russia does. He's giving free beer and birth control to young people to try and bribe them into voting for him, but he can't take care of our military that is barely making ends meet, military that have even, we've covered in past years, have had to be on food stamps.
Right. Yeah, Sean, according to the Defense Department's own survey, over 250,000 troops experience what they call low food security. 120,000 troops very low, meaning they periodically miss meals and are losing weight. That's not even counting the family members, and that's not even counting Bidenomics and inflation. And yet House Republicans are trying to fix that. It's bad enough that it's happening. It's bad enough we have a recruiting crisis. It's bad enough that they have barracks that are literally falling apart with black mold and feces in them, according to one recent inspection. But Biden's opposing it. So he's going to spend billions on a climate corps. He's going to spend $500 million aiding the Palestinians. But when it comes to paying the Marine Corps, when it comes to the soldiers with their butts on the line for the red, white, and blue, he is opposed. We're not talking the generals. We're not talking the colonels. We're talking privates, sergeants, corporals. I'm astounded that they're opposed to this, given all of the other nonsense that this administration is spending money on. But yet we're in the worst recruiting crisis since Vietnam, Sean. It's very real. We're losing whole divisions. We can't man and equip whole ships right now. We're trying to fix it, and now we're fighting the Biden administration, too.
I couldn't in good conscience advise somebody to want to get into the military with this guy as commander-in-chief because he doesn't know what day of the week it is. Horace Cooper, let's look at the demographic problems for the Democrats, their core base. They're eroding parts of their base, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, young people. What are the reasons for this?
Well, first, let me say this about this military proposition. This president has identified every problem that he could when he was running in 2020, and his solution, spend more money. Now that it comes time for us to share with those young men and women who are willing to put their lives on the line, this president suddenly doesn't want to spend. You can't be this wrong by accident. Now, with regard to these other concerns, many Black Americans are complaining that this president's priorities have everything to do with the cocktail hour in the professor's lounge and absolutely nothing to do with their real lives. It is amazing how many Hispanics are saying they're no longer willing to support this president and his party. We're looking at an election where it is possible that a Republican may win the Hispanic vote for the first time. You're seeing the young vote. You're seeing the women's vote. You're seeing so many areas where this president's poor stewardship of the economy, prioritizing all of the progressive agenda over the needs of mainstream America, and it's no surprise that you're seeing Americans complain across the board.
Why is it okay for China to have a spy balloon or China to, be saber-rattling, hostile maneuvers against our fighter jets and international airspace, hostile maneuvers against our Navy and international waterways? Now we've got Russia with a sub-nuclear arm, we believe, with hypersonic missiles. Why isn't that a bigger deal, Congressman?
Well, because at the end of the day, you have an administration that has a concessions-based approach. And you've had John Kerry leading the delegation over to China the last 3 years, begging them to do more on climate, which they know they could take advantage of and then continue their nuclear buildup, their space buildup, their military buildup. I mean, this crew is asleep at the switch, Sean, and it's going to take an entire Trump term to dig out of this hole. But he talked about it this morning, Republicans United. We're going to hit the ground running in January of 2025.
Yeah, it's not Iran that's an existential threat. It's not Russia. It's not China. It's climate change. That's how out of touch they are. Insane times. Thank you both.